for November, we got the Three of Swords. I can't remember what other sign got this. I want to say it was Sagittarius, maybe Scorpio. I know it was a sign I recently got that got this. Either way, that doesn't really matter. Something I want to bring up. But the Three of Swords, there's no really getting around this card. Okay, it is what it is. It is what you see. We could try to divine it into other meanings, but it's difficult. No matter how you look at it, this is a difficult time. So November could be a difficult month for you guys. It could be very emotional. It could be painful. It could just be really disappointing, or really just like things aren't really going the way you would like for them to go, or people aren't living up to their expectations. Okay, and so I do feel like you're going to be really disappointed in other people or in someone else in your life that just isn't rising to the occasion. They're not who they say they are. So if this is a relationship, there may be an ending in a relationship, and it's painful because I think you've had this idea of them, and maybe they sold you on this idea of them too, so it's not entirely your fault. Then again, that goes back on that karma, remember, where I say sometimes bad things happen to us even though it wasn't our fault necessarily, or initially, or whatever. And it's like you see them for who they truly are, and it's heartbreaking. And so there could be an ending, or just like a really just harsh realization when it comes to relationships. And it's like, what you do from here is entirely on you. So if you choose to stay with this person that has showed you their true colors, that's on you. Okay, you have to be ready for what it is you're accepting. Okay, you don't want to go in blinding, especially since you're here watching this video, and if this resonates with you, if you are experiencing this in the relationship, you really need to listen to what I'm saying. And I'm only saying that from experience. It's like, if you accept someone's bullshit because you love them, prepare for bullshit and love, essentially. Doesn't matter what relationship, parents, siblings, spouse, friends, whatever, best friends even, sometimes we accept the bullshit of our best friends, right? And it's like, whatever. Honestly, I haven't had a best friend in a very long time. I'm really lonely. No, I'm just a hermit, so it's whatever. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not really having people around. But yeah, so that could be another thing. You could just be really distant from people. You don't want people around. You could just be going through something personally, and it's got you depressed. It's got you just feeling down, which is interesting because it's like October, we had like such a breakthrough, right? We had such a profound realization with our place in the world and the meaning of life, and there is no meaning, and that's what gives it meaning, and whatever, whatever philosophy you want to stand on. Here comes November, and it's just like, on second thought, I don't know. So you could be going back on your word in the sense that maybe maybe there's a path you took and you're realizing it's not the right path, or there's a relationship you started, you're realizing it's not the right relationship, whatever it is, could even be business, or just, I don't know, like there's just something here that just like, it sucks, man. Like, it's definitely not what you were expecting. Maybe some of you saw it coming or felt it coming, like intuitively. It could even just be like, reality sucks. Like this shit actually sucks. Like, what? Maybe you wake up from a matrix and it's like, actually, no, the world's on fire. And when you just pretend it's not. But at the same time, it's like, the world isn't on fire. It's like a weird dichotomy we live in. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but like, it's like, there's so much bad in the world and there's so much good. It's dualistic. The world's so dualistic, and like Mother Nature is so unforgiving. Like, oh my God, like be for real, girl. Like, she could be really destructive, and like violence is an everyday and essential part of life. Unnecessary violence definitely is not, but that's the thing. Like, the earth is really violent, and humans are naturally really violent. I mean, the animal kingdom's viciously violent. nature's violent. And maybe that's like another aspect of something you're experiencing. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's nothing like physical, like you're not experiencing any kind of abuse or physical violence or anything like that, or physical pain. If there is something serious, please seek professional help, seek the help you need in that situation. Even like on a spiritual level, spiritual awakenings are fucking violent, okay? You know, waking up your kundalini is a very violent experience, okay? So violence can be on so many levels, right? It could be so many different things. You know, depression is pretty violent. You know, it's very destructive to the mind. Your mind actually changes shape when you're depressed. Like there's something in your mind, I forget like what it was, but I've seen like the scans. I was watching a video and they're showing how like there's a part of your brain that shrinks or it expands, one of the two, and when you're depressed. And so it's just like and when you're experiencing depression, especially when it's like deep depression, not just like a seasonal depression or whatever, where it's something more serious, it's like it is really hard to get out of that place. It is hard to rewire your brain, and that's literally what you have to do to get out of depression. And I should really take my own advice here. It's you have to rewire your brain to get out of depression. And the first time I got myself out of depression, it was through like spiritual awakenings. It was through a spiritual practice, and it was going on a spiritual journey for like consciously my first spiritual journey. Okay, I've always had experiences throughout my life, but this was like a conscious effort I did on my part. And you know, through that experience, I was able to heal and overcome. I felt the oneness with the universe. I felt the connection, and life was beautiful again. It wasn't so dark anymore. And it put me in a place that lasted, a mindset that was so calming and so peaceful, that lasted a very, very long time. Okay. And but when you don't continue that practice, you know, spiritual awakening can last a long time. That peace, that you know, enlightenment, you know, that you could experience, it comes and it goes, and it shouldn't stay forever. At least with enlightenment, you don't want to stay in that mind. You don't want to stay up there for so long, because when you come down, you're gonna crash. But yeah, like you know, once you get to that place and activate that, you can have that feeling and last a long time. It can linger for a very long time. And I'm sorry for yapping, but let's just keep yapping. And so, you know, after a while, it's going to wear off, and then it is going to be hard. For me, for example, personally, it is hard to get back out of it because I haven't done that kind of practice in a really long time. So yeah, it you know, it is what it is. But so there's a message here with everything I'm saying, with all my yapping. You know, I think we could go back on the karma part of August, where it's just like you kind of, in order to overcome bad karma, it's just to accept it and then clear it, however that looks. You know, it's same thing with like depression. If you're experiencing that or anything related to such things, such feelings, such disappointments in life, you know, you got to accept it and overcome it. And it's not about adopting some kind of spiritual fluff and being positive and love is the answer. And, you know, because love is not always the answer. Trust me, you know, that's crazy. Okay. And I'm not going to, you know, go into detail what I mean by that, but, you know, maybe you can think about that on your own. But anyways, and that's very controversial for me to say, right? So take it for what it is. I'm not going to explain it. But yeah, it's like you just, and it's not even just like, oh, well, it is what it is, you know, and just kind of like be miserable the rest of your life. It's just, again, it's like this is just one aspect of reality. I don't know why it's so deep for you guys, but it is. It's a very deeply profound year for you guys. I mean, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about it, but Pluto's in your sign. Oh my God. I'm a Capricorn, so that was rough. Pluto and Capricorn was rough, man. Oh, you guys are in for it, man. You guys are in for it. 20 years. Pluto's in Aquarius for 20 years. All right, so I'm here, gonna be here with you holding your hand, okay? Because I don't know what else to say. 20 years. We had it for like 16 something years, maybe 18. But like, I couldn't imagine like if it another 2 more years of Pluto and Capricorn. Like, oh my God, as a Capricorn anyways. So yeah, I could see why this is such a big year now. You know, when Pluto went into Capricorn, we had the recession, we had the housing crisis, and you know, like other shit went down. We can go on about it, but that was like what kickstarted it. When Pluto first went into Aquarius, we had the AI thing come up, okay? And so this essentially, like, we're not in the age of Aquarius, but we're going to see a lot of age in Aquarius themes. So it's going to be quite interesting what's going to happen, because it is the age of like technology and like, I don't know, like that's a whole other video, but we're in for it for sure. So with Pluto being back in Aquarius, the beginning of the sign, it's always going to be such a powerful experience. You're gonna really, because I really went through it when Pluto first went into Capricorn. Fucking, oh my God, it was bad. Hopefully it's not bad for you guys, but it was bad, but it was deeply transformative. It was deeply you know, I don't think it's going to be as bad because Capricorn's the earth, right? Aquarius is air, so it's a bit different. It's a more or less an attack on the mind, and whereas in Capricorn it was attack like on control over people and government and like the self, like the physical, whereas Aquarius, it's more mental, it's more the cosmos. I always relate Aquarius to the cosmos, like just like higher beings, the light, angels, stuff like that. So yeah, I think something in November is gonna happen that's gonna trigger all this, and I really don't mean to go on. This is so long, but like I don't know. Okay, I'm just reading, so yeah, I'm just gonna end it there because I'm just gonna keep going. But that's basically like November. It's I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.